Hello, this is ZDs. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video. Clearing more uncleared 2019 levels. Gosh, I bet you when this comes out there will be less than 30,000 levels left. We started at almost 200,000, 230,000 almost. I can't remember exactly what it was when we started doing this, but when they made the list. Yeah, we've cleared almost 200,000 levels, so 30,000, they're getting harder, but I don't know if I have any like super hard ones this time. Some annoying ones. To note, this first level isn't honestly the worst thing in the world, but the jumps are totally blind. You have to just send it and hope you get the angle right, which is terrible. Terrible design anyway. People who set their stuff up like this, they're not really thinking about the people who are gonna play. I did not even close to an edge jump, and I completely cleared the Koopa there. If you just kind of hold right and hold jump, you get this right. This claw is the worst part. I have no idea where this guy is. I fly right over his head. And you have to hit it at a certain momentum too, or else you can't get to the next one. Yeah, it's rough. It took me a few tries. He gives me a cape feather, which is nice. Allows me to fly, and you do have to fly at this point. Then you go to the subworld. There is a checkpoint. I don't know, this if you still have the cape feather, you can fly. Kill some Koopas there. He gives you a shelmet. I neglect to take a second one, which is really stupid, and I kind of like, I think because I was trying to fly to the left, I messed up. I think that's what it was more than anything. And then I'm like, man, I want that cape feather. And I think I go out this door, and I'm like, I could fall and see if I could get it, but I don't know if I can actually get down there in time, so let's just try it without it. Later on, I actually decide that I want to start over and get the cape feather, because it's just, there's a part coming up which is just kind of obnoxious. It's a long rail ride on a flimsy lift, or no, it's just a lift, I guess. And there's a lot of saws, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. And you have this one helmet, but in the future I'm gonna take another one. I just make sure these guys fall down the pit so I don't have to deal with them. Takes a minute, but it's easier than hoping they don't hit you. So we're through the door. This is more or less the last part. I see that angry sun. I'm like, I'm killing that guy. I ain't gonna let him live. Then I missed my ride. I didn't know if it was gonna come back anytime soon. It's honestly not got a far way to go, but I'd rather kill the angry sun than anything, so I jettison the shelmet. In the future, I can actually get, you don't even really have to wait for this lift. You could just jump. It's not a very big pit. Yeah, so this part is more or less the end. There's a lot of saws. It's fairly easy up front, but like there's a moving one, and there's a couple of places where you kind of get cornered. Not here, but past here. And yeah, I do boo this level for the blindness right here. How do you get out of that without getting hit? Difficult to get over that. I could have waited another second. We'll go back there. I just lost my helmet on this life. And I again had thrown my helmet away to kill the sun. Don't quite get enough momentum to get over that. That would, one more jump and that would have been it. So here this is the life where I went to get the cape. I just wanted to show this because it was pretty funny. I don't know where that platform is going. And it's actually not super easy to get flight in this area. But you can do it if you play your cards right. And I assume it's just a platform, another ledge up here, but no, it's not. It's a pipe that I have to get into, and I wasn't prepared for that, so I end up completely floating right down the pit. So here are the last life. I didn't go back and get the cape again because I was like, that's not really worth it anyway to start over, because that first part still is annoying, all the blind jumps. But now I have 2 damage boosts with 2 shelmets. Yeah, right there. I think if you jump to the right, maybe you can get past it. I just get knocked around there. I thought I was gonna take damage or get knocked off the edge. But yeah, that's all. That's all you really have to do. You get into the pipe, and that's it. The level, I think, if I recall correctly. Yep. Yeah, pretty bad level. Mediocre, trending towards bad because of the blind jumps. I don't have any sympathy for people who do that, because it's like, and I'm sure I've made mistakes myself, but it's very, this one is just very obvious that you shouldn't do that. You can't be able to see it. It's a little better than this level, though. This level, I wouldn't quite call this 3D World hot garbage, but it's a trolley thing. There's some trolls, some Kaizo blocks in particular that are just very obnoxious, and the rest of the level is actually very, well, I shouldn't say very easy, but it's pretty easy, and the part of the Kaizo blocks is very difficult. Oh, and this climbing is annoying. But yeah, I have to keep doing this over and over again when I die at the part with the Kaizo blocks, which we'll get to. There is a checkpoint later in the level, but I wish they had put a checkpoint earlier too. But the part with the Kaizo blocks that we'll get to pretty quick here. I blew it right away for what's through this pipe. Watch what's through this pipe. Instant death. Like, you can react to that, but it's pretty I mean, I didn't know, for example, that there was gonna be a screen scroll. So I go back there again. I know I have to jump right away. Yeah, the lava and the screen scroll go up so quick. You don't have much chance to react. Also, she has a couple of soft locks or death doors, basically. But if you go right up the middle. Okay, so here's the room with the Kaizo blocks. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second here. This whole corridor is full of Kaizo blocks. And you don't know where the heck you're going, what you're doing. They're everywhere. I guess when you're climbing on the side of the wall, you don't activate the Kaizo blocks. So she wants you to climb the walls, but you do it eventually. You're gonna hit something, and it actually took me many tries to figure out how exactly I was to do this. And I'll show you a few lives. Yeah, I really struggle with this part. Right there, if I was smart and kept climbing, I think I would have made it. I actually made it fairly, like maybe the 3rd or 4th try, and I was never sure exactly how I did it, and it took me forever to keep trying before I figured it out, and was able to do it regularly. Once you get past this part, the next part is not. Well, I shouldn't say that, because there's another auto scroll section coming up without a checkpoint. Yeah, she just has so much before the checkpoint, and I'm glad she gave me a checkpoint, but there's no reason she couldn't give me 2. Yeah, very poor checkpoint placement in this level. But yeah, this Kaizo block section is more annoying than anything, and since there's nothing difficult about what happened before this, I don't know, it's just this The last section made me blew it right away because it was completely blind and unfair. It seemed cheap. It seemed like a cheap... Here, I think I do make it on this life. Yeah, you just have to be wary of how far you can climb. That's the thing. And I didn't look at the level viewer yet. I did after this death. I did. I get caught on that wall, which is a pretty easy thing to do if you're. It almost feels like a troll that I got up there. I thought I had to go over that thwomp. Yeah, see, if I just fall on the wall to the right, I should be able to climb the rest of the way up. There aren't Kaizo blocks on every level or anything, but the first, like, 8 rows, it's every other row or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I thought I could get over that thwomp. It looked like I could until I jumped up there. I saw the ceiling. What you actually want to do is go to the left. So avoid this thwomp entirely. That thwomp actually doesn't affect anything. Even that that exclamation block that it hits doesn't do anything. It doesn't kill you. It doesn't push you somewhere. I don't even know. Here, I pause it so I can look at it again, because it's kind of blind, you know, I don't know what's going on. A couple of 1-ups up there if you want them. If you ever get this level in Endless. And here, we get to the second auto-scroll section. No checkpoint. And this one's a lot more complicated. The first one, you just went straight up. This one, you have to weave around. We'll go right back there, too. Actually, I hit the spikes on the second time. So, yep, going all the way back to the beginning. Get all the way, it's probably a minute and a half to get back here. I at least had figured out the Kaizo block section at this point. Thankfully, it does stop. It must be the top of the level. There's actually one more, there. She tried to squish me with the thwomp. I got past her. Yeah, there's one more section in the subworld that's also pretty annoying. But that last section, the second subworld section must have been the top of the level, and the middle one must be somewhere in the middle. I actually just go under here. I see the pipe up there, but I did not notice that this guy goes to the right. But I just got a checkpoint, so it's not that big a deal. A little bit of a troll, kind of a funny one, honestly. But I had had enough of this level by this point. I messed up again. Yeah, that whole Kaizo block section ruined this level. I booted before that though. She should have given me a couple of spaces so I could notice that the lava was rising. You know, she put the lava a little lower so I could see it. So we're in the third subworld section. This one is easier than the first two. No, the first one's not that hard, but it's easier than the second one. You don't have to deal with the lava in the second or the third one because it starts at the bottom of the level. This life, I'm trying to escape these piranha plants, and I'm going up too fast, and I get crushed by a couple of thwomps. I just wanted to show that I prefer to take damage at this point, because if you have the cat claw and are trying to climb these thwomps, you end up climbing up, and that's how you get squished. If you aren't climbing automatically with the cat suit, you can avoid that top thwomp. I never knew when it was coming, you know, it's so many thwomps, I can't count every thwomp. This section, if you just stay until those piranha plants fall, then you can get past it. And that's the level. Yeah, I don't like that level at all. It's kind of cheap murder of my character. Not fair. I don't think. I would hate to run into that one on Endless, especially with the subworld sections are completely unfair, and then that Kaizo block section just pissed me off. So yeah, not a very good level. It didn't take me as many lives as I assumed it did, though. I guess because it seemed like a long time because of those. I had to keep doing the first parts over and over again. Okay, third level. Which one is this? Some Japanese level. I tend to forget what we're doing here. Oh, this level. This is one I thought about cutting because it does rely on a hidden block. You can survive without that. But the level is 1,000 times easier with that dev item. I did, by the way, I had to cut out an earlier life, the first life that I played. Those piranha plants fall on your head, and I actually boot it right away, but for some reason the video didn't work very well, so I just cut that first life. But yeah, he drops stuff right on your head, and there's not much you can do. Into the the second section, past the door. We got a little bit of a spike avoidance thing, and I did not do that. If you can get past that, though, it's there's a dev route up above that I would hate to actually do this level without that dev item, because this part is not. It's possible, but it's not easy. It would be very hard. And there's a lot of other stuff you skip too with if you keep the propeller. So yeah, I went through this section at first and I get wrecked. Honestly, I looked at the level viewer after this part, and this is not where I'm supposed to go. This is where I'm supposed to come from. If you look to the left, that's where those conveyors are. Yeah, here I am looking at the program. I'm like, where am I going? Do I even have to go through that door? No. That's the door you come in from. I wanted that shelmet, but I mess up, and then I awaken a boo ring, which kind of wrecks me. You want to avoid those boos. In the future, I can just easily avoid. Everything else has power-ups and stuff. I really want that dry bowl. And I'm getting hurt to get it. Yeah, I kicked that shell in this next room, and it's messing me up big time. When I actually beat it, I totally forget the dry bowl. I mess up so bad here. And I'm so messed up, I'm like, I quit. I'll start over. Yeah, I forget the dry bowl here, so I end up losing my power-ups. I can't remember what's in these blocks, but I grab a POW, and as soon as I get past her, I'm like, oh crap, I needed a dry bowl, didn't I? Would have helped. Yeah, there's too much stuff going on here for me to be able to keep the power up. This is difficult to get through. If I had a dry bowl, it'd be easy. But what happened? There is a soft lock down there. Well, a death lock, I guess. This is the end of the level. He wants you to ground pound, but that's a troll because you'll get carried right into those spikes if you do. But that's that level. Not a very good one. On to the next level. We have a Japanese new soup speedrun. Fairly generic. It had a lot of tries. Made me kind of scared because new soup speedruns can be quite difficult. This one isn't, actually. It's probably the easiest level I've done so far. The last level wasn't too hard. It's just if you get the dev item, it wasn't too hard. You got the infamous piranha plant twirl spin thing. Spin jump. It takes me a couple of lives to adjust to that, usually. But once I get it, it's not too hard. Yeah, the timing is a little difficult. It's all my red coins right there, which is convenient. Go right through the key door. Some spring avoidance. I avoided them really well that first time. I never avoid them that well again. And I do a nice bounced up triple jump backward thing. This level, like, it's not terrible, but it's very poorly formed. I mean, it's very aesthetically lazy and spikes, and you never know when you're supposed to do triple jumps. He doesn't indicate it. Honestly, I don't know if there's anywhere you actually have to do a triple jump in this level. There's some springs I can grab here. I'm like, well, I need that spring, right? No, you don't need that spring. It does help up here, though. You don't need it, though. Blind fall. Don't know what's going on down here. And my timer is kind of running up. Here's another. I don't like that sound effect in my way. Probably should have just thrown that power right here, but yeah, I actually run out of time. And I pause it here to look at the map because I'm like, there's a couple of paths and I'm not sure where he wants me to go, so I just looked it up, and there's stuff above, but you don't have to go that way. You want to go to the right. This is the final run, by the way. Yeah, this one I don't boo. It's not that bad, but it's pretty generic and pretty weak. And it took somebody 257 lives before they quit. I don't know. Yeah, you can mostly just twirl over these hills. I still grab the spring. I don't need it, but I guess it makes getting over this part a little easier. I am actually thinking right now, I'm like, oh, am I gonna run out of time? I don't know how much I really have left. I mean, I kind of know, but I don't know how much long it's gonna take me. Definitely need that power. Make sure to throw it. Yeah, see those weak little note block jumps? It's like he wanted to do the double note block where you go between them, but he didn't think he could do it, I feel like. Yeah, that level wasn't that hard. It probably took me like 20 lives, but it really wasn't that hard. Honestly, one of the easier ones this session. One of the shorter ones. It only took me like 7 minutes. On to the final level. More 3D world. This one, definitely not garbage. I do end up booing it for a couple of reasons. It's another one where there's a bunch of pointless busy work that's very easy that I wish they would have just got to the hard part. and you know, because then I die and then I have to go back and do the really easy. And this part is the easy stuff. These icicle jumps are, you know, gimme. There's nothing. I actually end up dying a lot on it later because I get so bored with it. I try to cheese it or get through it, and I end up dying. You don't have to even go up here. You can stay near the bottom. I don't know that because I don't see the land, but the ground goes pretty far back, actually. All you really have to do is jump. We're getting 4 keys here to get through 4 key boxes. And we're dealing with these blinking blocks, which can be very difficult. But this part is not hard. It's the next section that's difficult. And this is another level that could really use a checkpoint after this section and maybe after the next key section. Because I have to do this over and over again. I have to go through all these key boxes. I have to get all those keys. And then you get to the pipe and there's a really difficult jump and I end up dying. Actually, this first life I'm really gonna try to go around to get it. But what they want you to do is just to jump along the bottom, do a couple of long jumps on the bottom, and you get to that key. That's what you're supposed to do. I actually went up. I might not even seen that key on this light, because I'm looking around and I eventually get to the top where it's just blocks. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way to the top, and it's like, nope, can't get any further. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what I'm trying to do here. Need to go back down. I keep jumping up. I don't know why I do that. Blinking blocks are one of those items that can be used well, but they're mostly annoying because they take a long time to change. So you end up screwing around a lot. Yeah, I must have completely missed that key when I looked below. I don't even know what's going on right here. Couldn't even tell you what I'm doing. I don't know if I think there's a hidden block somewhere. I don't see where it could be. Oh no, maybe I just didn't see the ceiling very well. I'm trying to get back up there, and then I noticed that, oh, there's nothing up there. There, I see the key. Land on this block, and I actually do this right the first time, but getting back is very hard. You only have a couple of blocks to land on, and you have to do long jumps there. And I'm dead. We're just gonna cut to the life where I actually succeed, because this took me a long time to get right. You have to jump very precisely to be able to have the speed you need to do the second long jump. Then we're gonna get back up to this key box up here. Yeah, that part's very difficult. Like I said, if they had a checkpoint when I came into this pipe, would have been nice. That would have been how to do it. I also did die on this part at least once that I did cut, but it's another blind fall. I fell right against this wall and I went right down the pit at one point. Thankfully, no Kaizo blocks. I'm gonna pause it again in a second to make sure I look and see if any of these exclamation blocks are trolls that will kill me, but none of them are. They're very honest. I don't think this guy wanted to make an unfair level, but I think a couple of decisions that he made are not good. Yeah, I don't hate this level, I just don't think it's very good. I'd say the only level I really hate is that second level. That one is mean. Very purposefully mean. And I ground pound and I'm like, oh, did I look close enough to make sure that's not gonna kill me? That doesn't kill me. And that's the level. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. And you have a nice day. And we will see you next week. Thanks so much. Goodbye.